earlier we were talking a little bit about what we think that they might be. And, extraterrestrials never crossed my mind.
Yeah.
But that one actually makes sense that, they need to get a sweater, cover their weird heads.
Yeah, there's some similarity just to Greys,
some help.
right? They got the big black eyes and they're small.
Right.
So, there's some similarities to like Fae legends, which people think, maybe were inspired by Greys. Ufologists tend to think that kind of thing, like abductions and all. That's what the Fae do. The Fae are supposed to be small like children, and they are sometimes described as having these pitch black eyes. So that's a possibility. I think it's difficult for me to say that that's what's going on, though, because of their weird thing where they ask for permission.
Right.
That, to me, seems like it has straight-up roots in, like, demonic, sort of the occult, that kind of thing.
Right.
Because that's like a demon trademark. You're not supposed to interact with them, or they gain a foothold in your mind or whatever.
Sure.
So that's kind of what it sounds like to me. People have suggested vampires. I think that's a joking thing. Like, A, I don't think there are a lot of people who really believe in vampires, and B, the whole vampires need an invitation thing invented by Hollywood. There's a sort of similarity in folklore, but it's not. Yeah. It's not really. So I think we can discount that one. They're not vampires.
I don't know who said it or if it's from the Bible. I don't think it's from the Bible. I think got it from the movie The Devil's Advocate, but
sure.
The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing man that he didn't exist.
Oh, that's not from The Devil's Advocate. That's from The Usual Suspects.
Is that it?
Kevin Spacey says it about Kaiser Soze.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Don't clear that up, though. We don't want to spoil that one.
He's being interrogated by this detective about this dude named Kaiser Soze, who's like an urban legend.
Right.
But Kevin Spacey's terrified of him.
Right.
So, because everyone's terrified of him.
Where I'm going with this is I'm trying to reconcile the stuff starting at a certain point in history.
Sure.
And maybe on a demonic level, there is effectiveness in the belief and fear that goes with an urban legend.
Right.
That's
possible, yeah. So you think maybe this urban legend started and now, demons are saying, ooh, that's a good template. Let's do it that way.
Yeah, one crazy demon did it one day. Guess what I did to this one dude?
And everyone's like,
worked, and the word started to get around.
That's amazing. I'm going to try that.
Right, yeah. It's like, because I think about that a lot. A lot of the time, people talk about, we have people talking about spirituality, other worlds. We had some great shows here recently with Tim Woolworth talking about other realities, possibly even communicating to the spirit world.
Right.
And one question that always comes up for me with that is culture. No matter who you are, every single animal has some kind of culture. Every single living thing has some weird culture, way of interacting. And I have a hard time with that with demons. You know, it's like, do they go to the bar?
Yeah, do they have, their little demon meetings?
Right.
Is it like good omens?
Are there demons that like make fun of other demons and demons who feel bad about themselves because they're not demon enough? Is that me putting too much humanity on them? But it's like, if
I think occultists would tell you that yes, they absolutely do, and the astral plane is all about all these demons and spirits just interacting all the time.
Yeah, it's just a wild concept.
It's an interesting thing to think about.
But I really think if we're dealing with black-eyed children, that's what we're dealing with, is some sort of truly supernatural situation.
I agree.
A lot of the stuff we cover on here is fringe science or the possibility of aliens. None of that I really would consider supernatural.
But we talk about ghosts and stuff
Even
too.
Ghosts, when you deal with the idea of residual energies and stuff like that, is scientific, not supernatural. But in this case, I think we would put it truly Well, it's grasping at something scientific.
Yeah, but then couldn't you just say, demons are energies from other dimensions or something? I mean,
you can, but it's a much further grasp.
I guess.
That salt is on the far side of the table. You're going to have to ask somebody to hand that to you. That's a reach.
I'm just going to put my chin in the soup and reach all the way across.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
Welcome to the